Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for your support. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Attorney General Tim Griffin, who will make a few remarks as well. Tim.
Thank you, Governor. I also want to thank Senator Gilmore, who's just worked late into the night with Representative Gazaway. I know that because sometimes he comes to my house for food. Hey, have you eaten dinner yet? 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock? Had him over last week. Always good to see them. They've just been working all the time. I especially want to thank Ryan Cooper. Where's Ryan? Of my staff. He's in here somewhere. He has been a true worker all day long, every day with these senators and representatives. So thank y'all for that. Look, here's the deal. This is not a new problem. This has been going on a long time in this state. And our current status quo is the laughing stock. Who's the laughing stock for? The prisoners. The prisoners. I was in Wynne, Arkansas. The police chief said, you know what the first question they ask when we arrest them? Am I going federal or state? If it's state, they laugh because they'll be right back out. If it's federal, they cry. That's also in former Attorney General, twice Attorney General Bill Barr's book. The federal system makes hardened criminals cry because they won't get out quickly. Now let me tell you, on this issue of jail expansion, thank you, Governor. Why hadn't this been done before? Political courage was lacking. Of course people knew this was a problem. It's happening now because the governor has the fortitude to do it. It's that simple. It's an 80-20 with voters. People have sense. They know you can't be letting out these folks. And let me tell you something. The reason we got to build more beds is because you've already expanded. Heads up, everybody. I want to get this, particularly for the folks who are going to oppose this. You've been expanding jails for a decade. But you've been doing it quietly. In the still of the night. Where no one can tell. There's no open debate. We'll just fund those sheriff's offices and quietly push them down into the sheriff's offices. Well, you know why the sheriffs, even though they've been getting all that money, you know why they're here and they want this? Because misdemeanor justice has been removed from the state criminal code. There's no misdemeanor justice in this state. I was going to Chick-fil-A the other day. There were people riding wheelies on dirt bikes, and I love dirt bikes, riding wheelies on dirt bikes that aren't street legal, no helmet. I called Chief Bewley. I said, what the heck? He said, it's complete lawlessness. If you think you're going to get jobs to come to this state with that kind of nonsense going on, you are sadly mistaken. So we are going to have, because of the governor's courage, we're going to have the ability to move the violent felons out of the jails into the prisons where they belong. And if you really care about those prisoners, you want them in the prisons, not the jails. Why? Because that's where the programs that they need are. Oh, you didn't think of that? Well, let me tell you. That's why we got to get them in the prisons. Why am I so passionate about this? Because I live here. I'm not a visitor. I live in this city. On the same street for over 20 years. I got 3 kids, 15 and under. That's why I care. And I'm tired of elected officials not doing a dang thing until the governor. Thank you, Governor. I'm going to keep it as brief as I can, but let me mention this to you. The idea that we can do one or the other is what we in logic call a false choice. Well, we don't need more. In fact, a very intelligent, educated politician said this a few minutes before I came in here. Oh, so we're just going to lock them all up? That's a false choice, and you know it. The false choice is lock them up or pursue rehabilitation. No, you know what? 2 things can be true at the same time. We need to rehabilitate those who are open to rehabilitation. We need to incapacitate those who are not. And yes, there will be a deterrent effect as well. This is all well proven. This is not hard. We just didn't have the political will around to do it. So this is a big, big, big change for Arkansas. In a nutshell, right now we have a deceptive parole system, a dangerous parole system that says, hey, you're going to get a lot of years and the public will think you're getting a lot, but the judges and all the insiders, they'll know you're not. You'll get 12, you'll do 2. I got a spreadsheet full of them. Started keeping a year ago. We're going from a default where you get out early, where your parole eligibility date is your sentence, to a system to where the default is you're going to stay in. Thank you, Governor, for doing this. Thank you, Senator Gilmore. Thank you, Representative Gasway. Thank all of y'all who are going to make this reality. This is a historic day for this state. The former Attorney General Barr said this can be a model for the nation. Thank y'all.